When are we going to see a jab from these two? This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Good counter punching. Big whiff with the right hook. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. Swing and a miss for that jab. Beautiful counter shot. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round. Let's get it started in round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Just missing with the right uppercut. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
So close for that uppercut. How about that time counter shot? Missing with the hook. Good counter punch. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
These are not...
Back at it in round 4. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Caution being thrown to the wind. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've gone in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
There's a counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
That jab won't score. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. The game plan does not seem... There's the bell to start round 5. After that last round, something has got to change.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Nice counter shot. That one lands. A perfect counter shot. A swing and a miss with the left hook. Look at the hand speed and footwork between these two elite level middleweights. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
That left hook doesn't find its target. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. He is down big time on the scores. Let's start the 6th. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Do you believe what we are seeing? How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Straight right just misses. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Straight right, just misses. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And a round that seemed like... And there's the bell to start round 7. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
That counter punch caught him clean. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have the quick burst. Boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
These two were made for each other. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. They got out of the way of that right hook. The perfect counter lands. The straight right just misses. Right hook just missed. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last. And there's the bell for round 8. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Incredible work rate. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. And he scores with the counter. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamourweight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And that's it, a unanimous decision win.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan, but what a result.